Good morning guys, today we're going to be talking about and replacing this ignition switch. First thing to do is move the seat right back. Hang on a minute, there's a crack in the center console here. Let's just change that. Well, that's had it. It's repairable, but really it's no good. This section of it anyway. There, all done. No more crack, a lot better. Now where were we? That's right, the ignition switch. Now Honda, back in 2001, 2002, they had a huge recall on the ignition switch on this 5th generation Preludes. Because you could be cruising, yeah, you know, and all of a sudden your car shuts off and you're doing 100 kilometers an hour or miles an hour. You lose power steering, you lose ABS braking, so you got no brake assist. It's a very dangerous situation to be in, and trust me, you could be rolling in traffic, doing 100 or 80 kilometers. You gotta try and take the car out of gear, then you gotta start the car while you're in traffic. Turn this key, you should watch the accessories come on. But for example, when I lean on the key just a little bit, it shuts the accessories off. Shouldn't do that, that's a faulty ignition switch. So if I lean on it a little bit forward, just a little bit, see? The accessories come on. Now sometimes when I start the car and let go of the key, it will shut the car off as soon as I let go of the key. And it didn't work that time, but see if I jiggle it, oh, shuts it off. See? Faulty ignition switch. Very, very common problem. It was more common with the 97 and 2000 models. I don't know about 2001, that's when they kind of addressed the problem. Don't know how many Preludes came out with that faulty ignition switch, the 2000 model one, but 97 and the 98 model was the most common, and some 99 models. Okay, now we've talked about some of the problems that these ignition switches can cause, as much as it can set the car on fire. If we just go underneath, you'll see all the screws that you're going to need to take out. All these guys, and I'm pretty sure there's one or two on the side there as well. This is why when people put alarm indicator lights up top here, I absolutely hate it, because when I want to take this cover off, I can't. There's this piece of wire bounding me from removing it. What a stupid idea to put it, a fucking light. You could have put it on the side or somewhere. Why on the top? That's where it is, just on the side there. As you can see, it's the same unit. It sits basically just like that. I have to get this one out. Now there's a security screw. Now the most hardest screw to get to, you see that little blue tab right there with that screw? That's what you have to get. I don't know when they put this in, maybe before the dash and all that stuff was put in the car, but that's the one you'll have to get out. And trust me, some of you guys are gonna have a hard time getting that little screw out of there. You might even pay someone to get this out for you, but there's a little trick to it. It's not for the faint-hearted. You're going to need some very small tools and a lot of patience. Now I don't know how well you can see that, but my finger is literally got a screwdriver on its certain angle, and that is lining up to that screw I'm trying to get. So I'm holding it, my finger on the end of it, and I'm just turning it. Got it. That's it. That's one faulty ignition switch. That can go into the bag of ignition switches I've changed over the years. I've been through my fair share, and trust me, I've been through more ignition switches than what's in this bag alone. I'll be truthfully honest with you. When I ripped this one out of the donor car, I kind of broke it off, because that screw that I was trying to get off was a nightmare in the donor car. It was on there so tight, and I was working with millimeters, not centimeters. So yeah, I broke it off, but no big deal. It's probably the roughest thing I've ever done, but you're not going to see it, you're not going to know it's there, and I'm never going to put that screw back there anyway. It's more of a security screw, so no one can't just take this thing out and start your car, or try to start it, but you won't be able to start it because they've got a mobilizer and there's a computer chip in the key, so you're not going anywhere. I'll tell you one thing, whoever had this car before me did try and take this out and replace it, but obviously they got stuck with that fucking screw. Don't blame ya. I wasn't around back then, so obviously they couldn't ask me for help or guidance. But there you go. Just put that one screw in there. If you really want to be fussy, put another one up there, which I probably will. And then just plug that back in. Once you guys have installed your new ignition switch, just turn it on and make sure it works fine. That feels so much better already. Beautiful. That is perfect. Now I can actually drive this car safely without it shutting off. This is one of the main reasons why I never took this car out for a drive, is because of this ignition problem. It's so dangerous. Now I've got one more issue to deal with, the drive shaft on this car. After that I can actually start driving her a lot more. Hooray! Anyway guys, I'm gonna pull this shit back together. Now since we've got that done, let's go for a little drive. Petrol worth today. Anyway guys, thanks for sticking around. Let's catch you on the next one. Peace.